Well, hello there, all. It is so good to be back and to see you and to feel you. I don't necessarily mean see you because I'm recording this, but I kind of sort of can. And I know that I'm talking to someone that needs to hear this, and I appreciate you for being here and listening. So let's just jump right in. Today's message is about the divine feminine. Now, exactly what is the divine feminine? And what do we mean by that when we say that? Now, when we're talking about the divine, we're talking about what we call God, God energy, source, the Most High, love. All of that is the divine. And divine feminine emanates from that. She is the creator. She has the creative source within her womb. And this message is a message that needs to get out, so I may be a little hurried, but I'm going to intentionally try to slow down so that we can get this message through, because Spirit has brought to me that this is an important message in this moment. The divine feminine is a part of all of us. All of us have both male and female, masculine and feminine energy, no matter what gender you arrive in earth plane as. Let me repeat. The divine feminine is an energy. All of us as humans in these human vessels have both the male and female energy, feminine and masculine energy, regardless of the body gender that we come in, or what they call us in this plane. Now, according to history, we have had times when there have been strife and uprisings and all that. We can look back in history. Any time in history, when you look back, you'll see it as a moment where both the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy is out of balance. This is where you see the strife, the conflict, the chaos, because we are just like our Creator, in the image of the Creator, fulfilled when we have both the divine feminine and the divine masculine in balance. We are out of balance at the moment, quite literally. We see that in our justice systems, in our economy, in our interpersonal, and even in our religious or spiritual community. There is a subserviency. I guess that's a word, not sure. But there is a lack energy put or associated with the feminine energy. You'll hear little boys be told, "Don't cry like a girl," or you're too sensitive, don't be a pussy. Let me tell you, the vagina is the most strongest muscle in the entire human existence. And it has to be, because it's made that way, because it's a position or a area in the body that is, all areas of the body is sacred, but this is the sacred portal. So the sacred portal has to be strong. Okay, so that is definitely out of order or out of balance, because the vagina is very, very strong. I want to talk about this lack of balance. It's leading towards chaos in a way that we have not seen before. And it's important that this message comes out. In order to address this, all of us have to remember who and what we really are. In order to change this, each of us have to begin to go within and change ourselves if we want to. Again, this plane is a plane of free will. But the solution is love, and it is getting the masculine and feminine energies back in balance. Now, what Spirit has brought to me today is, in order to be in balance, we have to note what we assign as feminine and masculine energy. The softer energy is defined as the feminine. The empathetic energy is defined as the feminine. The achievement or competitive energy is defined as the masculine. The logical energy is defined as the masculine. We need to merge these two. For example, when we see things around us and we hear people say things that we know is against the rules of creation or the spirituality of creation or the love of creation, we need to speak up. We need to use our heart, our throat chakra to say, no, that is not the way I think, and that is not the way it should be. That is not justified. That is not right. I'm not going to stand here and watch you say that and say it's okay. Each of us need to recognize when we as individuals are out of balance, and more so when we see something that we know is incorrect, untruthful, unjustified, out of order. We need to say something. A friend of mine got me this cup, and it says, "Be the light." Matthew 5:14, be the light. It's time for us to be the light and to shed some light on the fact that we are all out of balance in some way, because our environment in this plane affects us. And while we do not want to allow it to affect us in the deepest ways so that we can continue to be human and have a love for people, again, while we don't want to allow it to do that, it does have some effect on our environment. Has an effect upon us, and we need to address that and say it loud and clear that this is not something that I will put up with. I know this is wrong. I know I'm not supposed to do this. I know you're not supposed to do this. I am not going to agree with you. Sit down here at the table and say this is okay. Abusing children is not okay. Turning off their ability to love and to be loved, to have that beautiful innocence, to trust, not okay. It is important that we stand firm on some things. Today, this is the message from the divine feminine side. Abusing children is not okay. Abusing the pussy is not okay. Abusing animals of Mother Earth, plants of Mother Earth, abusing her is not okay. I think that there are times and moments where we have all been in position to say those words. I disagree. That's not okay. I will not do that. That's dishonorable. That's unjust. That's untruthful. I'm not going to go along with that. There may have been times where this was required of us, and maybe no one else was around, and we could just go along with what we found to be not okay. If you do that, you're still compromising yourself. You're still complicit, because it doesn't matter who saw you. The divine sees all. Again, it doesn't matter who you believe saw you or not. It doesn't matter if you think you get away with it in this life or not. The divine saw you, and you do not get away with it. It's important to know this. And it's important for each of us to stand up and say, enough. I hope this message helps someone. I hope it was clear. And I hope you understand what your role is a little bit better. Each of us has a role to play in this moment. And I hope that you are encouraged by this message to move forward in your role. Out loud, clearly, and in some cases, controversially. Doesn't matter. I love you, my peeps.